I thought I'd open this on a historical note. Up there, where those two trees have fallen, in between them, as I was clearing that path out, I kicked up it's a bloody ancient paper-hulled 410 shell. A few dozen feet later, I found what is the oldest known target on this range. It was up under the leaves, the same layer of leaves as that 410, right under all of it, on the hard clayed dirt. There it sat. Pop top. Ain't seen one of these in a minute. As you can see, I've made some more room, moved some things around. Got my stash of target pieces there. This is my table project. It's a target stand project. Everything you see here is getting painted up and finished Saturday, which will be nice. This is getting a foam piece mounted to it. I'm not sure when I'll be able to do that though. It's going to get a foam piece mounted to it, and it's going to get turned into our rifle rest for the far end. Although this table is going to be really light, so we might be able to use it down there. I guess we'll start at the other end. Huh. That's a first. Yikes. Poor guy. I'll have to bury him, I guess. I haven't won a gift from anything. Anyhow. Still wondering at the mystery telephone. It's kind of funny. Okay, let's have a look, see what we're working with here. Now, I came down here to talk about how to use the ground you got. Now, some of you might be wondering why the pistol range is all the way at the other end. Well, it has to do with the way the ground's laid out right here. Ideally, everything can be done from this spot. I mean, that little lip right there, I don't know if you can see it, where that fern is, it goes up. The far one. That'd be great for pistols. That would be fantastic for pistols. You might be able to see, just make out some structures. There is a home there. This wasn't ideal. Now you can see we've got quite a bit of rise, but if the ground is frozen, this is hard packed red clay mud under this topsoil. If it's frozen, it may as well be granite, and you get the wrong angle at the wrong time, glance clean off it. This fence line actually helps to dictate how a lot of this is set up, because it jogs slightly to the right as it follows the rough line of the creek. It pushes you to the right, and that leaves a lot of space on your left that is not going to be having bullets fly through it. Another thing to consider is the composition of the ground. Like I said, clay mud, sometimes it'll absorb a bullet, sometimes it'll bounce it. Rocks are another matter altogether, and are something that need to be guarded against. You have to be very vigilant. Now, on the right there, you can see there's a path. The purpose of that path was, or is, if you want to leave your rifle down there, but you need to go do something with the target, so you knock something over, you need to set it back up. You leave your rifle back here. You want to make sure that there's not a chance that you're going to be in front of it if it were to fall over, discharge, if there's an issue. So this gives you a way around that, and it's something to consider when you're building yours. As you can see, the angle of that is very slight. So if let's say I had set up along that lip there, any overs are just going to glance along the ground until they hit something. And whatever that something is, could be any of 100 things, and 99 of them are probably bad. Here at about the 50-yard mark, again, you can see that path winding its way just along there. We start to get a different angle on this hillside. Starts to be a little more steep. It's considerably safer, and in case of a ricochet from the target area, it gives something for that to hit, which is an important consideration. One other thing, from the far end, viewing this way, and you can kind of see it here, the actual target zone, the beaten zone, is lower than where I'm standing. So from here, I'm firing down. From back there, I'm firing straight across. This little hill curves up and over towards it, which again, that's a margin of something between you and your target. See how it rises and then drops back? Between the top of this backstop, or where it's going to be, and the top of this first part of the hill, it's about an 8-foot vertical rise. It climbs another 25 feet vertically as you go back through there to the next piece of property. Again though, notice the slight angles. You want to be extra careful, and again, that's why I'm reinforcing this. Of course, we've come a certain ways, but it's been so cold lately, I ain't been able to get down here. And you get wet, cold logs that size, they don't want to move when you try to pick them up. There'll be a course laid this way, and that's how they'll be piled up to fill this in, then backfilled from this side and that side to fill it all out. Right now, it's stop 5.56. It'll stop some 7.62 by 39 millimeter. Most pistol ammunition will stop real easy in that. But I want to reinforce the front of this here in the center, especially in the center, to help hold all that in. There will also be bracing on this side and this side at the corner. Let me bring this to the level of the target. Yeah. You still got some meat of that hill right there, which is good. Now, from my old target stands just in front of me to the mark by the fence down there was 100 yards. And initially, the steel behind me here was a further 9 yards back, which meant from the 100-yard mark, it's a 100-meter shot to the steel. Because of the change in this, that's going to have to be moved forward some. And then all of my markers are going to have to be moved back. I'll get around to that. It's fun measuring things. I'm lying. It's not. It's a pain in the ass. But yeah, those are some things to think about. You can see the slight rise there. It's about it's about 2 foot above where I'm standing. At the lowest point here. Ooh. 45. 45. Yeah, that rises up about 2 foot and 3 foot at the highest, I think, above where I'm standing now. Right, there we go. And you see, because you're pushed to that side, everything over here has a couple of thick trees between it and you, and it's out of the line with the shots you're taking. So it works out. You have to work with the ground you're given. If you don't, you can get into trouble. I mean, you can always, if all you can squeeze out of a piece of dirt is 25 yards, you can always scale your targets to match kills up by shooting down here. Again, we see the sort of rise that you get out of that hill. And again, though, that angle is slight, so you want to be real careful. I plan on adding some logs back there, starting on this side here after I finish this little backstop, which is going to be getting the most of the bullets this year. It's a lot of work, but it's well worth it. Anyway, Happy New Year, everybody, and be seeing you.